What about now? I think it's working now. I heard the clicking. I think it's working now. Oh, it is. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm tired. That's going to fuck the stream up. Let's see if it works on the mapping screen. That's going to be a big question. So let's switch to that. I had to make some adjustments on the I had to make some adjustments on a couple of the screens before I got on. He I mean, he's been slowly picking some stuff up. He took his computer. He's still got 3 monitors in the room that he needs to take with him. He grabbed his PlayStation. He's taking small stuff. He's still got more stuff to pick up and take with him. Um, like I was saying, he he's all worried about because he doesn't live in a great area, and I guess I kind of understand that. But he's all worried about having something in his house for home defense now, and I'm like, that's fine. Just just because now every idiot in the state of Texas can carry a weapon doesn't mean that you should. And so that was a good bit of our conversation this morning, along with him helping out. But you know, I guess at this point, it's going to be ridiculous. I haven't seen if the bill's been signed. It passed the House and the Senate here in Texas, that anybody can carry a firearm without a license. It used to be that you had to have a concealed carry license, which meant that they did an FBI background check on you. Ran your fingerprints, checked to make sure that you weren't on a list of fucking psychos and all this kind of stuff, and then you could carry a weapon legally. Um, and I mean, I had that for years, and I really rarely ever carried for the last 5 years. Um, but now, just anybody being able to carry a firearm, it's kind of ridiculous, but it almost puts you in a position where you feel like maybe you need to carry one because there are a lot of idiots carrying them, and you might need to defend yourself against a fucking moron. I don't know, man. It's a fucked up state and a fucked up country. Let's be honest. So let's. I'm taking a look to see if today. And the thing that they started adding some riders to the bill, which made sense, right? Stuff like if you're you've been convicted of spousal abuse, you can't carry a firearm. Makes sense. And the Republicans in the House were like, no, we can't do that. It ended up getting passed that, if you're a felon or, you've beaten on your wife and that kind of shit, that you're going to be treated as a felon. So that ended up making its way through. Um, but there was so much bullshit. Like, as a business owner, you've been able to put up a sign so that even if somebody's concealed carry, they can say you're not allowed to come in. As long as it's posted, you're not allowed to come in, which that is the idea of private property. You can say who can and can't come into your house or who can and can't come into your business as long as you're not discriminating. And being a firearm or a gun owner is not a protected class and you can't be discriminated against. But, they tried to add this rider where posting wasn't sufficient. You had to have somebody standing at the door saying you can't carry a gun, you can't carry a gun, you can't carry a gun. And that's just like begging. It's begging for there to be a confrontation. And so they ended up keeping that in there, even though the Republicans wanted to have like the Walmart greeter have to tell you, sorry, you can't carry that gun in here. That's not their fucking job, man. so we're looking for. We've used these before. They're the stalagmites, right? I don't like the stalagmites. They're ugly. They don't look good. So we're going to see if we have some other stalagmites. And if not, I'm just going to use rocks to represent the stalagmites. That's what we did in the other map that had these things. I mean, it's crazy, Tiny. I think we were at the point where we're like the 21st or 22nd state now that no permit, no background check, not even a safety class is required. President can't fix that. They can't. There is nothing they can do at the federal level to restrict it other than amend the Second Amendment. And for some reason, we're just so gun crazy in this country. Trying to make amendments to make things a little bit safer. I mean, they don't even like adding things like if you're mentally ill, you can't have a gun. Crazy people shouldn't fucking have a gun. You know, wife abusers shouldn't be allowed to have a fucking gun. And you can't get common sense legislation put through because they lose their fucking mind. And it's funny because, you know, when I would drive over the bridge to go to the one fucking Walmart that we go to. I mean, I'm driving across the one day, and you can carry a long rifle openly in Texas. There's a fucking moron walking across the bridge with an M16 across his chest, and it's like, what the fuck do you need an AR to walk to Walmart for? Especially living in like one of the 3 safest counties in the fucking country. I don't get it. Well, I mean, you've got some states like where Bernie Sanders is from. Is that Vermont? They've had unrestricted carry forever. But it's also a blue state. There aren't a lot of crazy people, you know. There aren't gunfights like the OK Corral and shit going on. My fear is, you know, too many dumb motherfuckers carrying weapons that probably shouldn't be. Is going to cause some serious fucking problems. Because there are a lot of people that are too stupid to own a weapon. I mean, like I said, it's not something you have to worry about. I mean, I've been open. I own firearms. I know what I'm doing with them. I mean, I had taught my son when he was young how to use a pistol, how to use a rifle, um, you know, proper safety. And I mean, my old man did too. I mean, he took me out and taught me how to use a bow. That's why I have this love of bows in games, because, you know, from the time I was a kid, I've got 2 bows over there against the door. I've got my old man's after he passed, and I've got mine sitting over there. And, you know, with my background, I know what I'm doing with weapons, but I don't feel a need to carry a firearm with me. I feel like there's just so many people that are terrified of their shadows that are like, I have to carry a gun. And half the people I talk to, I'm like, you live in a safe fucking place. Nothing happens. The worst thing that can happen where I live, in most cases, is some bunch of kids is going to TP your fucking trees. You know, they're going to toilet paper your trees or something stupid. And some of these motherfuckers, when this shit happens to their house, they're lucky I wasn't home. I would have shot them. These are people that shouldn't have guns if that's their response. A kid TPs your house and the first response you put online is, better not catch them doing it. I've got guns in the house. What kind of sick motherfucker is going to shoot a kid for putting TP in their tree? Yeah, but that's not a shooting offense. You know what I mean? And you know, I've when some of the idiots are arguing that they need, they needed to protect their house, and I'm like, yeah, and the one person I know, that was the one that was going off about some kids over Halloween must have taken like a rubber alligator about 18 inches long and nailed it to their tree overnight, right? I thought it was fucking funny. And this person's like, if I would have been awake, I would have shot him. And I'm like, aren't you the motherfucker that said you would have shot kids for putting a rubber alligator in the tree? You are the last motherfucker that should own a gun and be allowed to carry it. I mean, this is the kind of shit. This is why I ended up getting off of Nextdoor, because I really hate the people I live around. They're just so stupid and ignorant. It's not even funny. The things that they all say they would shoot somebody for. Now, you and I both know, let's be honest. You and I both know there's people that talk big shit. You know, if guns start going off, they're going to shit their pants, fall down, and hide. They're not going to pull a weapon out. And if they do, they're going to be a danger to everybody around them. That's just the way it is. But, you know, it's like all these people who would otherwise be cowards, they're going to be emboldened because they now have a firearm on their freaking, yeah, scam call, on their freaking side that gives them false courage. It's just ridiculous. Well, I mean, I've said I've confronted people when I've been at the gaming store, and these motherfuckers are walking around with a 9mm on their side. I'm like, are you an off-duty cop or something? No. Why the fuck are you carrying a gun to a gaming store? I need to be able to protect myself. And I've said this before. I say to these motherfuckers, you know what? If I was someone in here planning to do something evil, and I saw your gun, it wouldn't deter me. You just gave me a free weapon because I just stabbed you in the throat. I took your gun while you're bleeding out, and now I've got multiple weapons on me and free ammo. You are a fucking idiot. And I asked him, have you ever been under fire? How do you know you're not going to shit your pants? No, I've never done. Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break. All these people have this Rambo complex or hero complex where they just dream of being a hero in some terrible situation. Fucking sick motherfuckers. I mean, I've had times where I've carried a weapon for work. I've carried a weapon because of some shit that was happening, and it was necessary. And I don't know. Like I said, it's almost like I feel like we're at the point now, because of the stupidity, that you're going to need to carry a weapon to protect yourself against stupid people. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. I'm assuming these are the stalagmites hanging from the ceiling. And we're going to leave these as these stalactites on the ground. And I'm just double checking to make sure we have all of them in place. And then what we'll do is put down, my brain is tired. It was hot out. Yeah, exactly. That's my mindset. If I was going to do something, they would be the. I would walk around the place, be friendly, talk to everybody, and I would look at who's carrying a gun. And there we go, freebie. That's why I think people that open carry, they're the biggest morons of all. That's not a deterrent. It just tells you who to shoot first. Chilly. Yeah, we're in the 80s. I was outside. I was helping him with his stuff, and man, it was warm. I did not like it. I'm gonna have to take a shower. You know, with COVID being home and all this kind of shit, I don't even worry about taking a shower every day. If I start working out again, which I keep saying I'm going to do, and let's be honest, I need to, then I'll shower on workout days, but I don't really feel like you need to shower every day. Now, let's face it, most of the studies coming out now say it's kind of stupid to take a shower every day because you can actually damage your skin and affect other things. All right, now I need rocks. Well, here's the thing. Like about 2 weeks ago, I was getting ready to. I was like, yeah, I need to. I'm going to start working out on Monday, and then Sunday, I went in the garage. I pulled something out, and I felt a muscle pull. Right. So I'm just in a catch-22 situation. I'm pulling muscles easier now because I haven't worked out in like 2 years after that last injury. Um, so I need to work out so I don't injure myself, but I keep doing stuff and injuring myself. It's a catch-22. I can't fucking stand it. Oh, you're not on Twitter. You didn't see what I've done now. I ordered a 2 terabyte SSD and installed that in my computer as extra storage. So I've got 5 terabytes on my PC now. I've got the terabyte that my drive is on, or my operating system, and I just cleaned that up. There was still, programs from Steam and stuff that were in there. So I just freed up like 500 gigabytes of space, something ridiculous off of my C drive. Um, and then I have another drive that's just a normal drive. I use that to store videos that I'm editing, as well as images. Like if I can get back to doing some 3D photography for businesses now that COVID's almost over, that's what I store that on when I'm doing the editing, or 360 photography, I should say. But now I've got a 2 terabyte SSD that's nothing but gaming space. So I'm excited about that. So I installed. I should, but what I'll end up doing is, I want to keep the gaming SSD as nothing but games. If I take a look, let's see how much space I've taken up by moving shit over that I actually use. Let's see. So that's now drive D. I I've already used up 570 gigs just moving shit over, and I've probably got some more games and stuff I need to move. Um, so I'm going to leave that nothing but games. Um, I have another slot that I can mount an SSD on the back wall of that case that I have. I love that fucking case. Um, I tell you what, it's going to be. I would definitely do that, but now it's a matter of businesses being willing to do that shit. Everything's in a lull after fucking COVID. I'm going to start going out driving around on weekends and just doing like the 360 photo for Google Map View again, for any new businesses coming up. And I'll put those on, the map view for free. And then people will see that comes up and that funnels business to you. Let's get everything done that we know, just by the map needs to be there, and then we'll start looking at the descriptions. But I figure maybe in another month or so, I'll get another 2 terabyte drive, and use that for my editing. That'll give me 7 terabytes in there. I should have enough drive space at that point. If I don't, there's something wrong. See, I used to do wedding photography and stuff. I stopped doing that probably about 10, 12 years ago because I got tired of dealing with assholes, right? Um, I kind of like, the 360 photography is great. You walk in, you say, what areas do you want shot? How do you want it set up? You can set it so that, you walk through, you can see everything in there. And then I'm like, all right, get the fuck out, go outside, get out of line of sight, and I'll shoot the whole thing. Finish it up, go home, do a little editing, put it up, cash the check, you're done. It's fucking awesome because you don't have to deal with bullshit. And I'm not a fan of dealing with bullshit. But yeah, I mean, when I would shoot weddings, I'd have secondary shooters shooting for me, and I'd end up with like, Jesus Christ, from an 8-hour day, 3 to 5,000 fucking photos that I'd have to go through, and throw out most of them, get it down to several hundred that you're going to give to them, and that was like a 40-hour week just going through all that shit. But I fucking hated brides half the time. It's like, I know it's your day, but, just because their show's called Bridezilla doesn't mean you have to act like one. Act like a fucking adult, have fun, and I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm so picky. That's why it would take me all week, and then I would sit there. Part of it would be I'd have everything sorted in like a day. And then I had a bunch of macros inside of Photoshop. I would run those macros through the photos to clean them up. And then a good day or two would be like album design and getting everything done. And then you set up the website so they can view what you've got. They can pick what they want as far as printing. And then you're done. But it was still like a solid 40-hour week doing that shit. Like I said, the final straw was when I had oh my god, a mom and daughter. They're both surgeons. Show up, and they wanted me to shoot on Christmas Day they were haggling over price, and I was, I ended up, I raised the price. They wanted me to shoot on Christmas Day, which wasn't an important day to them because they were Muslim. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm like, I'm going to be home with my family in the morning to eat breakfast and open presents. Then I'll shoot. I have to pay my second. I'm going to pay them more. You're going to pay me more. And this is the amount of time you have, right? And, they were just fucking assholes. Both show up in a separate Mercedes. And, they're haggling over this when they're putting like 100 grand out on the fucking wedding. It's like, find somebody else then. Fuck you. And that was it. I was done. I never shot another wedding after that. I had whatever I had scheduled. I didn't schedule anything after. I had like 3 assholes in a row that I shot for. And then this one, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. It's not worth the stress that I'm having. Some fucked up, self-centered people. That's what you're dealing with. I always had my spiel that I gave to them. I was open. I'm like, look, there's one woman in this world that I allow to yell at me, talk to me in a certain way, and you're not it. I'm married to her. So you need to respect that. Enjoy your day. Don't treat me or my people like shit, or we will walk. And that was in the contract. And anybody had a problem with that, you don't want to work with them in the first place. Oh yeah, and where we live, there are a lot of nouveau riche assholes, and they act like it. Come on, my sources won't open over here. There we go. Yep, exactly. I mean, I've always been a no take no shit personality. Anyway, I had one job, and I get a call that my mom's in the hospital while I was still living back there. I'm married. I'm living off the proving grounds, and I get the call, and I'm like, gotta go. Mom's in the hospital. No, you gotta stay and work. I threw my keys on the desk. I said, go suck a dick, and I walked out. Guy comes running out. No, no, no. You go on. Take care of what you have to. I'm like, yeah, I plan on it either way. All right. So we put the stalactites down, the stalagmites. You imagine that because it's up above. I don't like putting those down. We need troll limbs, 5 arms and 1 leg, and a decapitated troll head lying in a pool of dark, sticky blood. Ugh. Trail of bloody claw marks meanders around the stalactites on the ceiling. I don't need to do that. Oh, the limbs come to life and attack. Awesome. All right. So I'm not sure if we're going to have any limbs, but let's take a look. It's going to bring up tree limbs. I guarantee it. Didn't bring up anything. What about leg? Ooh, this is it. This is it, baby. So what do we have? 6 severed troll limbs, 5 arms and 1 leg. So we need 1 leg. And we actually need that to be leg. It brings up kegs. You gotta love that. So here's a leg. Let's find some arms. Please give me an arm. Ooh, baby. Severed arms shouldn't be getting me excited. But severed arms are getting me excited. Doesn't take much, does it? All right. 5 arms. You know what? Let's have some fun with this. So let's put 1 there, 1 there. That's 3. 4. And 5. Awesome. How many streamers get excited about severed limbs? All right, so we need some blood. We need some blood. Let's try that again. So under, right? Let's take it down in size a little bit. That. It's like each pool is Jesus. I keep scaling this shit. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Then we're going to do this. Kind of like that. I like it. All right, so there's our blood, and it says the trail is on the ceiling, so I don't need a trail on the floor. So that's a good thing. So we're good. That room's done. I'm excited about that room too. All right, where's room 5? What's up here? 5. Ceiling. Ceiling varies in height. Don't give a shit. 5-armed troll is engaged in battle with 6 troglodytes. That's fine. Here's the pit right here. Secret door will be put in on the map. That room is done. I'm hoping we can get this one done today and mess with some random encounter maps. All right, 6. Cavern is filled with stalactites and stalagmites, and hidden among the stalactites are 26 piercers. I remember this room. My party got fucked up. The way it works, a piercer drops onto any creature that ends its turn in the cave until all the piercers have dropped. So they just get pummeled by those little motherfuckers. It is awesome. I mean, the party doesn't think it's awesome, but it is awesome. This is what gets me. So you get excited because you look and you're like, oh, there's only, what, 17 rooms. But look at this. 17 A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Or number 7. That's a lot of rooms. All right, 7A, ceiling. Stalactites, you use your voice, you tell them what it looks like. Cavern has a muddy, uneven floor. So we need to make mud in here. Let's make some mud. So I think what we're going to do, and we did this before and I think it worked, but let's, mud. Let's see if there's a mud hex code. 70543E. There's a mud hex code. So we're going to muddy the water. 70543E. And we're not going to have shades of mud. We're just going to have mud. You know what? I lied. So let's do this. I'll tell you what. Let's darken it up a little bit. And then let's do the actual mud color. For what would be the shallow. And let's see how this looks. That work thing is a real pain in the butt. See, this will go underneath of that. See how this looks. So that's mud. It's not going to look perfect until it's flattened out, but let's take a look. I think that looks dandy. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking with it. So there's the mud room. All right, that's 7A. Let's see if there's anything else in the mud room. 18 adult troglodytes take cover behind a scattering of stalagmites. Stone ledge along the east side of the cave. That's this. We already have it there. Fire glow spills out of the tunnel that leads to area 7D. So I know up here there's lighting. Again, I would say add that in your virtual tabletop. I mean, if you're using Foundry, which you should be, the lighting in there is far superior to what I can place in here using the light tool on the mapping software. I mean, I can mess with color and stuff. I can put shadows on and off, but it's not going to be as nice and effective as the light tool that's built into Foundry. So, yeah, That's my recommendation. And that's why I have stopped adding lighting to maps, because I can make it look so much better. And that's the secret door. There's a secret door here that gets added in your tabletop. (7B). Floor of this damp cavern is littered with the corpses of 21 troglodytes and 9 drow. This is a problem because we don't have troglodytes. I'm going to take a look at something. So let me pop this up here. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, what the hell is that site? Yeah, there it is. Cartographyassets.com. I mean, unfortunately, the only thing that I have that's going to have, like, troglodytes would be... And I have this. I don't like it. So I think what we're going to do is what we normally do. Let's... So we need 9 dead drow. All right, we're going to do that. Dead. I think I pulled all the dead bodies that I have in. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Undo. We need this to be on layer 1. See, how big is 7B? It's going to go like through here. This is going to, it's going to be messed up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this is just like a pile of bodies. 21 troglodytes. I guess, all right, I really don't want to do it this way, but see, this is what I don't like doing, the mixing of assets. I mean, these are kind of like troglodytes right here, right? I don't like that asset. These just don't match what we fucking have. I think for the troglodytes, we're going to do what I don't necessarily like doing, but we're going to do it. We're going to lay these down, and then we're going to bloody them up. We're going to bloody everything. I think that's going to be our plan. It's going to be a bloody mess. So let's make it a bloody mess. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. How many? 21, 19, 20, 21. Do blood everywhere. So blood. Let's get as many bloody spots as we can. Let's just start messing some stuff up. So, I mean, the issue we have is we don't have necessarily assets that we want. But we can make this stuff look nasty. So we've got, you know, hints of blood everywhere. I can't really tell that they're not troglodytes. And we're good with this. We need anything that looks like a human head gone on what's supposed to be a troglodyte body. All right. Bloody bad enough. All right. 7B, 7C. 4 adult troglodytes occupy the side cave. 1 troglodyte is at full health. Where's 7C? Right there. So you just place that crap in there. Seven D is a fire beetle farm. Need to place fire beetles in there. When the troglodytes watch over them, I don't need to put anything in there. 7E. That's where the fire beetles are. 7E. Centuries of dripping sediment created a rock formation on the back wall of this cavern. It resembles the face of Hallister Blackcloak. Small offerings around the formation, including half a dozen balls of bat guano, a garland of drow intestines, and a muddy dagger with a curved blade. All right. That's a very exciting thing. Ooh, I have an idea. Oh, crap. Look at that. Let's try stone. Tell you what, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I hear the old dog pacing out there. I don't want her peeing on the floor. Yeah. No, thank you. Okay. Let Icy out. She's pacing. I just heard her out here pacing around. All right, I'm back. All right, so we're going to put that kind of there. And I think what I want to do is kind of mess with this a little bit, because we don't want it to look exact. Where did we find that little formation? Watch it not be. There it is, there it is, there it is. So that kind of gives us a hint right there. And then I think we have intestines. Yes, we do. Small offerings, including half dozen balls of bat guano. I don't care about that. A garland of drow intestines. That's pleasant. And a muddy dagger. With a curved blade. So that's a curved blade dagger right there. We can just put it there. That's fine. That's better. So that's done. And that's actually a dagger of venom. It is a magical item. Unbelievable. +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Now this is like level 11 in the dungeon, and they're still getting shitty +1 fucking items. 7F is a nursery, so you just need to place your stuff in there. 7G. That's just a cave. Throw some troglodytes in there. 7H. 5 foot tall, 8 foot diameter mud sculpture of a loathsome creature that combines the features of a demonic toad and a lizard. Any character. Blah, blah, blah. So we just need a shitty statue there. We're going to use, I have a generic crappy statue, and that's what I'm going to use. So there we go. Crappy statue. I know it's not what they want it to be. It's a lemur. But that's what I'm putting. It's fine. So there is all the crap in Area 7 done. Area 8. 8A. This needs to look like bubbling acid. I can't make it bubble. BOB F1A. But we can do this. What the hell just happened? It doesn't like that, does it? Oh, B0B. That makes a little bit of a difference there. All right, so here, let's see. I'm going to save this, and I think there's something I want to bring in. All right, so it's saved. Come on. Don't crash on me now. Help out with Excel. What bad Excel questions were you getting? So this is funny. So my wife has a contract job right now, and you know, they're paying her for executive level, that kind of stuff. And they were like, we need something done really, like, immediately. And it was so stupid. They had these PDF documents, and they're not even proper PDFs, right? If they were proper PDFs, you'd be able to go in and edit out text and re-enter new text in its place. It's images turned into PDFs where they've scanned images of documents in, right? How do I do this? Formulas just like that one and change all the colors. Oh, I want to use our logo. Oh my God. So, you know, it's basically a PDF of images of documents. So, because it wasn't scanned properly, they needed her to go in on like a bunch of them and clear out where actual personal data was, and then type in bullshit information to use for training purposes in some program that they're doing. Well, my wife doesn't do Adobe. She doesn't do graphics tools. So she didn't. I told her if she would have knocked on the door, I would have come in, taken 10 minutes, showed her what to do. Right? She sat in there upset and crying for like 2 or 3 hours because she couldn't figure out how to do it. So I ended up going in and I'm like, I showed her how to simply pull up. First they won't give her. This is a funny thing. They don't give her access to proper Adobe so that she can go in and do the editing. She had to use a bullshit PDF tool that they gave her to download. And then I'm like, well, since they're not letting you use Adobe and you have it on your personal computer, you have to use theirs that they sent out. This is what you're going to do. I ended up doing a screen, you know, using the snip tool, making sure that the thing was fucking zoomed in enough, snipped that, threw it into Paint, white it out inside of Paint, and then, Paint 3D because it's better than normal Paint for this kind of shit. And I showed her how to take care of that inside of motherfucking, yeah, using the snip tool. That's awful. But it was my only option to get it to work for her. And then go in, Paint, save that file, pull it back into the PDF, or create a Word file, throw the Word file back into a PDF, and then she was able to do it. So it was just this stupid workaround shit that we had to do where all they needed to do is give her a motherfucking license. When you're paying somebody $85 motherfucking dollars an hour to work, you can give them Adobe Acrobat. You can do that. No, they wouldn't let you do it, or I would have put it into Adobe Acrobat or Photoshop or any of those things, but it's on their OneDrive through the work computer, and you couldn't pull it off because of security that's on it. So I had to figure the most stupid workaround to make it work that I could, that she would be able to do. I was so pissed. I mean, I own, full Adobe shit, the Adobe suite. I own all of that stuff, and I could have done it so easy. And no, we couldn't do that. But I mean, at that pay rate, you would figure they'd be like, here's a license, use this, do it. No, it didn't work like that. But I mean, they're having her do this stupid clerical shit. And I'm like, well, you know what? You're not really, now that you know how to do it, you can sit there and just space out and do that stupid shit, right? Yeah, well, you know what they sent out to her? They didn't send a laptop or a computer. They sent one of those microcomputers. I forget which one it was. It was a Lenovo. I mean, it's literally a little box, like that thick, and a little box, right? And it has the USB shit and all. I guess there's a fucking. I was tempted to take it apart. I wanted to see what was inside of it, right? But no, I didn't do that. But it has all the stupid shit inside of it, and that's what she has to work on. And it was crazy. They sent her that. They sent her two 24-inch monitors. I mean, they sent her a bunch of stuff. Yeah, but it's a mini PC. I looked it up, the model and everything. It's pretty cool, but it's not awesome. But she's able to run 3 monitors off of it, and she's happy. Yeah, just the slots in there. I mean, those things are modular. You can plug something in if you need other stuff, but they have to buy it that way with the module installed. I looked it up. It was probably like an $800 piece of little fucking box, along with brand new, really nice monitors and shit they sent out. I mean, they sent her a full setup. They should have just sent her a goddamn laptop. Right now, she's set up with 3 monitors, and then she has her laptop off to the side with another monitor up there, so she can use her personal computer while she's working or doing nothing and getting paid for it. think I want to see if we can do something with this. But yeah, that was so stupid. And she, you know, she's not a tech person. Um, so she was freaking out. You know, and she's not a graphic artist. She's never used graphics programs. I mean, the most she's done is put a fucking filter on a picture on her phone. So she didn't know what to do. Well, see, you got to catch up to me. I've got my 4 here plus my tablet down there. I should have gone out this weekend. I could have gotten a RX 6800 XT graphics card. They had that thing in all weekend, and I would be able to run 8 monitors on my machine. Then at that point, I could just be surrounded by fucking monitors. It would be beautiful. Um, I have each one plugged in individually, so I have 4 separate monitors. I didn't chain them. And I think even if you chain them, the graphics card that have has a 4 monitor limit, so I wouldn't be able to chain more than 4. Yeah, well, I actually have enough slots for 5, but which is crazy. It has 5 slots on the graphics card, but it only lets you use 4 at any one time. So that's why I have the issue where if I try to switch from my graphics tablet to this, instead of being able to have the tablet on and have all 5 running, I get out of sync in the stream. Yeah, that sucks. Now we're going to reopen this because we just pulled in another asset. Oh man, all this shit's just so fucking expensive now. I mean, I am still every day going in trying to get, hopefully, win the lotto of graphics cards and get one of those off the Newegg Shuffle. I've got myself in for like 3 graphics card on Evga, which eventually I will get one that way, but it could take like 3 4 months. You know, as they come in, you get put on a list, and they're like, your card's ready, buy it. And I have like 3 4 hours to buy it when I get the email. So, you know, eventually I'll get another graphics card and be happy. What'll end up happening is I'll end up getting the card that I don't want from the Newegg Shuffle. They had a 3080 that's a 3 slot width graphics card with liquid cooling built into it. And watch that end up being the fucking card that I really don't want it, but if I get it, I'll take it. I'm just checking to see if I've gotten any emails on that shit now. All right, so let's see if any of these material brushes. No. See, this is what we used the last time, was this to make the fucking acid, and it doesn't look good. So see, it just looks kind of shitty, and I'm not thrilled with that, so I kind of want to do it this way. Um, We added this. Let's see what this looks like if we put it below water. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I'm excited about that. I think that'll look acidy when we're done. I am very excited. I mean, I think that's going to look pretty good, though. Look at that. That looks good. You know, it's supposed to look like acid in the room. I think that passes. And it won't have the wavy effect. It'll be flattened out. So that looks much better than the other one. Let's zoom in. I mean, it's got a little bit of that in there. But I think I can live with that. Dog pill! So yeah, we're good. I'm excited. 8A, the acid room is done. 8B. Tell you what, no matter what, this map is going to look awesome compared to the first one that we did. So I am not going to say a damn word. I'm happy about it. And the thing is, this is an illusion anyway. It's kind of hilarious. All right, Oral has created a false camp inside a 30-foot square area in the middle of this rubble-strewn cave. So and they don't even have rubble in the cave. We're going to add rubble. So what do we have? 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. We're going to do it in here, right? Because it's a 30 by 30 spell effect. Camp appears to be a quiet gathering of 9 well-armed drow wizards and warriors communicating with one another using sign language. So I'm not really seeing where this is a camp. Dad's excited about it. We're going to create some campsite stuff in here. Let's do that. No, you behave. Look, Tuna's stupid. You don't need to bark because she's out there. What about bedroll? So we're going to throw some rubble in here. One, two. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Can we do that? What does this look like? Do that under. That way it won't affect that stuff. See, it says there's rubble, but I'm dubious about that. So we're going to do it like this. Let's see how that looks. So that just adds a little texture to it. Let's see if we can add a little more. What other rubble do we have? Rubble, rubble, where are you? All right, that's good. So here, there's water. We have that in there. Rough camp is set up in the alcove to the southeast. So here is where there's actually a camp. Let's do that. We're just going to do like a campfire, a bedroll. It doesn't really give a description. Let's see. Alcove holds a blanket, a cask of mushroom wine, a satchel made of spider silk. So it does give a description. So we don't need a campfire. We don't need a fire. Hey, Zero Gravity, how's it going? Changed your name. It's all good. It's all good. Your birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday. Object tool. Let's try blanket. Because it says blanket, right? Not a blanket. Was that a parakeet blanket? Blanket, blanket. Where's a blanket? Oh, man.
A pledge pin on your uniform! uniform!
Oh, all right, we'll sit up. All right, so what do we want to do? Let's throw this down here because it says there's a blanket. All right, there's a blanket, a cask. I doubt we're going to find a cask. No cask. You have a long day? Had a long day? Are you doing anything cool for your birthday tomorrow? We're going to make this small. A few different places. Let's see. Is there like a backpack we can use for a satchel? Tell you what, we're going to do this. We're going to put this here. And that's our rough camp. That sounds like fun. All right. That room's done. 9. 9A. There's sentries full of rotting corpses. Really? Oh my god. 20 more troglodytes. I hate these freaking... You know, if we had troglodytes, I probably wouldn't hate it so much. But we don't have troglodytes. So we're going to put corpses everywhere. We'll use our... Let's do this. Alright, so if we don't see the face, that makes everything better. Then it's not like, oh wait, that's not a drow. Nobody can tell. Right? Bloody, bloody, bloody. So we need to... How many? 9 drow. They really like doing 9 drow, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 dead drow strewn on the floor. I know they're not drow. I don't care. 5 giant spiders. Let's get the spiders in there. Oh man, we don't have any good spiders, do we? Oh. So we're going to scale these down just a little bit. One, two, three, 4, 5. 5 dead spiders. And again, no troglodytes. don't want the face up. So 20 of these little bastards. Is that right? 20? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a lot of dead bodies. Dad is angry now. All right. Let's cover them in blood. Blood makes everything better, right? One. This is definitely not the fun room. Then we're going to have to mess with these corpses that are not troglodytes to camouflage. But they're not troglodytes. Alright, so we'll do some over. Let's take this down so we don't want it that big. A little over. I think we can do that. We kind of want these things kind of covered because they're fugly. I think anybody that has like issues with blood is going to hate this map. Not blood. Definitely more blood coming out of these bodies than they would hold. Okay, so we need to make the troglodytes, the non-troglodytes, look like something other than human bodies. We need the heads covered. Where their tails should be, we need to cover that. I mean, I'm not thrilled at all with this map. because of the lack of corpses that I actually need. Let's have a look. That's a lot of blood. That is a lot of freaking blood. Oh, so now that the boys moved out, you know, he's trying to get his mom to play games. Now, mom's not a gamer. You know, unless you count like Facebook games or something. You know, when she used to play Sorority Wars or whatever that crazy shit was. I'm throwing a shoe at somebody. It's like, yeah, whatever. But, he wants her to play games because I think he feels bad about how he moved out and everything. And he's been getting on playing. He spent $90 for like the deluxe version of Call of Duty, you know, on PC, which I'm like, I fucking hate PC. For COD, because of all the fucking cheaters that are out there. You know, that's the easiest one to cheat on if you're going to cheat. But, he's like, well, maybe we can get her to play like WoW Classic. I'm like, I don't think she's going to be into that, son. Oh, we can try to be easy because she can be a huntard and collect pets. You know, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you can try, but I don't see that working. That's a horrible, messy room, and we're done. So I set up and downloaded. I mean, her laptop, I put WoW Classic and the other on. And I took care of it on mine. We'll see if she ends up playing. I just don't see it happening. I really don't. So there's nothing really in 9B. Where's 9C? So this one is going to look like it's a roper, but it's not. 9D. That's done. 10. 10A. There's a sinkhole. We have that. 10B, I need a corpse. We can do that. And I told him we can try. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll try. So it's a dismembered drow corpse. So the fact that, you know, that's missing parts, we'll leave that like that. 11. I'm getting excited. We're past the halfway mark. 11A. There's a gate to level 8. So among the rock formations is a standing gate formed by a pair of 10-foot tall stalagmites carved to create the image of giant stone snakes wrapped around them. and there's a lintel. So I have a feeling this is it right here. So let's get rid of this, and we'll put 2 there. We're going to do that so we can size them. So we'll put, we're going to do it like this because it needs to have a flat top, right? So we'll do that and that, and then we'll just do tomb, see if the tombstone comes up. This will be our lintel. Do it as over. Take it down just a little bit. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's place it, and then we'll adjust it. So that's our gate. That's good. $11B. Stalagmites, we have those. Glowing runes. Floating above each stalagmite is a glowing rune. Nothing I can do about that, but you can put something glowing in there inside of Foundry. And again, that is what I recommend is Foundry. Oh my god, another drow battle. Characters approach this cavern. First time hear the sounds of battle ahead. Cavern is a heated battle between House Frey and House of Rinder. House Freth's forces or 9 male drow. Let's see. If my characters make it down here, they'll probably side with House of Rinder. So in here, it's just going to be a bunch of drow fighting. I don't need to put anything in that room. So 12. Done. 13. Thick web curtains are strung between the stalactites and stalagmites that fill this 30-foot high cavern. The webs create a maze. All right, so see, we used these the last time. I mean, they're kind of perfect because they're thin, but we'll work with what we have. So I think what we'll do is kind of go like this. I'm going to put these as under, right? And then that'll be a matter of you're going to need to draw terrain lines there to make that work. Hey, how's it going, Jesse? So we'll use that. I think we'll throw this in here. like that. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Tell you what we're going to do here. I think... Let's take a look. That's too big. I don't like it. It's ugly. I think we can get away with maybe this. And this. And again, you'll need to throw terrain lines down there since it's a maze. They won't really be able to see through it. And I think we're going to do some... I need to be able to get through, so we're going to figure out how we want to feed these around here. So maybe we'll throw this under. Is that the one I want to use, or this one? Let's see. Do that. Scale it down. That. And that. Alright, so if they come in here, problem is these are stalagmites on the ceiling, so that's not going to affect anything. It's this here that we need to look at. So we'll let them come around this way and go there. We're going to cut off this passageway. Yeah, it's like a drow place, so, you know, they've got their love of all things spiderish. Spider-esque, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to make that nice and thick. We can't dead end it. So they'll be able to go around here. We could dead end it here, so they come around there, right? We'll let them feed this way. Yeah, let's dead end here. So we'll dead end that. They'll come in here, go, oops, we're screwed. And they come back around that way. My party, I'm pretty sure that's what they'll say, whoops, we're screwed. Put that there. Yeah, it's like a not a great maze. I mean, like I said, unfortunately these are hanging from the ceiling, so that's not going to affect anything because you got walkway underneath. So I've got to turn it so that, you know, they might dead end one or two places. So, you know, it's not a great maze. In fact, what we could do, let's cut this across here. Force them to go around. Nope, because that'll just dead end them. I can't do that. Could go here to here. Could go here to here as well. Right? I'm overthinking what is really just, you know, a simple maze. Yeah, it's basically going to be a hallway with dead ends made out of spider webs. I tend to overthink these things. So they come in there, they'll dead end. They come down here. If they go that way, they're going to dead end. They can feed through here. They can come back up, see that there's nowhere to go. I'd say that's good enough. If I make it too complex, especially for my group, we'll spend all night in this one zone and there's nothing there. That's what's funny. There's some supplies hidden there. So if they do actually come up here, they'll find some supplies. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it or make it too complex. This is a group that's become notorious for making bad decisions. So right here I need, what does it say? North end of the cavern hidden behind a stalagmites. We'll hide it like right here. Cache of supplies. Cask of mushroom wine, 20 days of rations, and a satchel made of lizard skin, sealed gourd. Half this stuff, it's like, okay, let's just throw a crate down. Because I know I don't have some of the assets they're talking about. So let's I need room for them to get through here. I think I'm going to put it like here. So crate, barrel, and I don't think I have a satchel, but we have a bag, which is pretty much the same thing. And a bag. Well, how about a sack? There we go. There's a sack. What does it say the sack's made of? Lizard skin. That looks gnarly there, so let's throw that there. I mean, the thing that here's what I needed the most today were dead troglodytes. So I threw human bodies down and covered it with a lot of blood to make sure you couldn't see the human head and stuff. So it's just, that's been driving me nuts. Corpses always drive me nuts. All right, so that's our path. And one of these days, and I say this, but I don't have time. One of these days I'll have to sit down and start drawing some of the assets that I need. Ceiling and floor of this area uneven. Distance between them range 20 to 40 feet. There are drow elite warriors and giant lizards sitting in here. There is nothing else in this room. I like this room. 15A. Filthy den. Once troglodyte den, 20-foot cave is strewn with filth. How exactly? Look, define filth. Rubble is just going to be rocks. Oh my goodness. How do I want to define filth in this room? See, this is what's crazy. A mutated troll is searching through piles of troglodyte filth for edibles. What the fuck is troglodyte filth? Somebody asking me about vaccine sites. How am I going to define filth? Oh my god. I don't know. My daughter's boyfriend that she broke up with and now she's back together. You know, I went through that story, I think, but he refused to get vaccinated, and you know that tracks with the Trump supporter thing and everything else, right? But I guess maybe she's finally talked him into it. I mean, they have he has at-risk people in his family with health and stuff like this, so it makes sense to get vaccinated. Um, so I'm assuming because she was asking, it's free and where are the sites and this kind of stuff, that's what it's for. I actually have an idea. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I have used this before, right? For something else. And let's see if we can make some piles of stuff with this. Um, this. So there's that. Is this colorable as well? I think I think that both of these are colorable. If they are, we just have to figure out a color for them and then drop it in piles. You know what I mean? So let's do this and this one. If they are colorable, we need multiple colors. What's a good filth color? Give me your filth color palette. Somebody actually has a filth color palette. Really? We're going with this. We're going to set up multi-hex codes here. This is going to be fugly. 6E5001. So it'll be from here down. We'll do 553E01. We'll do 181200. We'll do 0C0900. And maybe this one. God damn it. Why do I keep doing that? Let's see how this does. Alright, so let's take it down in size to like here to here. We'll see if this actually looks like filth. Under... over... I don't like any of that. What do you think? See if we're able to get all of this off. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. As long as we didn't lay more than 100 items down, we can get it all off. We laid more than 100 down. Fuck you. Oh, this is going to take a while. I guess we need... You know what? With all the memory we have on this computer now, we can set it so that we save a lot of shit in the memory. Let's be honest. Make sure I didn't. Yep, I did. See, this worked really nice for you know, using shades of gray for like metal chunks. I thought this might work. But I gotta say, I don't know. Maximum number of backups kept 50. Maximum levels of undo. Really? 100's a max. Damn. So perhaps what we'll do is this. This is like our generic answer to all things nasty. Right? I think that might work. We'll do it like that, and then start throwing the stuff down in there. Let's just take some of the lighter colors off. Right? I think that works. It's not awesome, but it does look nasty. And then we can do it over here as well. So let's just make this whole area flooded with filth. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to let that water leak. I would normally have a fit because of that, but let's do it. I think I can live with this. That's fine. Done. 16, where is it? Archgate. North wall, so right there. Scale that up. Done. To be so careful with this because of how we've been building these maps. If you move that background, it screws everything up. $17. This is our last freaking room. Rock formations. We have those. Half-eaten corpse of a recently slain male drow leans against the stalagmite at the northern entrance to this cave. So right here. So there we go. $17D is up here. Done. Bam. So let's have a look at the map. Ledge stands, nest of bones here, decorated with gleaming coins and gems. So we do need some bones up here. Let's do that. I really need some bone piles. Oh shit. Alright, so there's a nest. And we need some coins. It's probably going to be, there we go. Let's do this and this. We'll put them under. We just want some hint of coin. What else? $6,700 gold, 4,100 silver, gold knox scorpion brooch, silver music box. They're going to find that in this pile. And a dread helm. Fearsome steel helm makes your eyes glow red while you wear it. That is basically a useless magic item that one of my party members will be like, I must have that. There is no doubt in my mind. All right. Bam. Done. Amazing. Save. Save as. Now, let's export this damned thing and call it done. Troglodyte Warrens. So this means next week when we map, we're going to be able to go in and mess with random encounter maps. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll go in and let viewers come in, maybe in Discord or something, and we'll do some input on the map. We'll see. I've been thinking about maybe doing that. No, it's not what I want to call it. Fuck. You know why we're not done? We didn't label. I jumped the gun. But you know what? Let's continue on the saves, then we'll have the 3 save files and we'll overwrite. So let's do that. Come on. So, where's our text? We always use bold. Down to level 12. See, it's the simple stuff like this that it's easy to just forget. But I tell you what, the wife and I have been plowing through TV shows like nothing. It's crazy. I want to see something. I'm curious if we can... No, we can't. So it'd be really nice if we could select this on the edit and grab it. Let's take a look. What about this? No. Text tool would be awesome if we could actually grab and rotate it. That's what I want you to make next. A fully functional text tool. So let's finish titling this. And let's put a compass rose on. Now we're done. All right, so let's go ahead and export one more time. That's the universal VTT. We're getting the spinny mouse. It's going to take a second. JPEG. PNG. And done. All right, so let's switch to this screen. Let's take a look at the PNG file, see how it looks. So like that's our acid room with that new effect we put on. That doesn't look bad. That's the false campsite. There's our corpses. No, I only have the three options: PNG, JPEG, and DD to VTT, which is the virtual tabletop file. That's the most important one. I mean, if somebody's using Dungeon Draft, they're going to want to be able to have the walls and everything come in. So this is a room that's like the filth room. I think that that's good. The filth looks kind of gross, so we'll keep it that way. Here's that. Yeah, because what you want is the walls and everything to pull in for line of sight. The players will never see like the inside of this. They'll just see, like as they walk around, they won't be able to see down here. So it'll all be blocked inside of the virtual tabletop. And like I've said before, that's one of the reasons that I went with this program, is it made using my virtual tabletop seamless. That's the mud room, the blood room. I think we're good. Let's make sure. Yep, there it is. Tunnel leads to expanded dungeon. There's that. Done. I do need to shower today. I was sweating outside, so we'll do that this evening. I still have to go out, start the grill, and do dinner if it's not raining. Let's take a look. So there you go. Yep, she's taking her idiot boyfriend to finally get his first COVID shot. All right, we're done. So we just have to upload this map and the last map that we made last week. We're going to be doing some smaller scale maps. We'll be able to save those down much higher detail than what we're doing here, because again, the 8192 pixel limit makes it so that I have to do this at 100 pixels, which does give it a little bit of pixelation there, but I have to make the maps and work around basically the worst system somebody may be using. So, but this definitely, let's pull up the Troglodyte Warren map that I made before, and we'll compare the two. So this was the first one that we did. right? Let's just go to, let's zoom in here. No! No. See, that just is not, doesn't look anywhere near as neat, nice, clean, anything. So there's that one. And that one. There's our new one. Old one. So it's definitely greatly improved. And then, I'm curious, what did we do for the filth room? See, like, look, here's the webs. Pretty shitty. I don't think we did anything for the filth room. See, this is the filth room. Filth room. Definitely better. So, hopefully everybody's happy with the improved version of the map. We'll upload this and the last couple. I've been pretty bad about getting these things uploaded, but we'll upload all the ones that we've completed. I'll have to take a look at the Patreon, see what needs to be uploaded. And since I give it away for free, I can't complain. There's no complaining allowed. Patreon's just my free upload site. Let's be honest. But that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go give Icy her pill. I'm going to maybe eat some lunch and start prepping the grill so I can cook some pit beef for tonight. So that'll be it. Everybody have an awesome day. Tomorrow we'll probably be on doing random gaming. I may decide because we missed, and I may be on late because I do have to drop my car off. I've got 2 recalls on it. So I've got to drop that thing off tomorrow to get the fuel pump and some computer thing fixed that has an issue in the vehicle. It probably has to do with one of the safety features, and that needs to be fixed like immediately. But I may actually play Skyrim tomorrow. Let's see what random would give us. Warhammer Vermintide. So we'll decide at the beginning of stream tomorrow what we're going to do. It's possible we'll do random day. We may just, since we missed Skyrim day, I was off on Monday doing things. We may just, we may play Skyrim. We'll see what I decide to do tomorrow. But everybody have an awesome night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.